What is going on, everyone? It's your guy, Cole Jackson, back here in the RSR film room on Two Guys Watching Football, and we are going to dive in to part two of the battle for left guard, looking at Ben Cleveland. I spent a little bit longer on this video. Why did I do that? Because Ben Cleveland showed some serious improvements, specifically in his run blocking, and I really wanted to dive into what specifically he did. And what I'll do at the end of this video is kind of wrap up my thoughts on who should win between Ben Cleveland and Ben Powers. So I won't waste a lot of time talking. I'll also make sure I'm unmuted at the end of the video. So if you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button, comment down below, let me know what you guys think who should win the left guard battle, and should it be Patrick McCurry? Because I mean, he does have a bit of a case. And as always, if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the love, and we are almost in football season. Let's dive into the film
here. Specifically, I want to start with the first few, really looking at what he's done well this preseason. And I think theme number one, we'll call it, I'm going to kind of look at two things here, is how he plays with significantly better leverage, quickness out of his stat, and more aggression. And that last one being the real key. So this first play that we're going to look at, we're going to see a duo concept. So you're going to see double team blocks from Cleveland, and that's Powers in its center. So they're going to bang down on the one tech here, and then you're going to see doubles from Falele, and I believe that's Josh Oliver on the 4 I tech right here. So that's how you know it's a duo concept. You see the two double teams. So we will clear that art away, and let's run the play. Then we'll go back and break down Cleveland. So you see right there, two double teams, Cleveland gets into level 2. All right, so let's look at what Ben Cleveland does really well. So again, let's focus on right before the snap here. So let's focus on 93, which is Ben Cleveland's man. So right here. So this is going to be his first mission. So he's going to bang down, and there, perfectly executed combo block, literally right there, knocks him into Ben Powers. And you can already see his eyes are already up at the next target, because that's his job. I'm going to bang down here, and then once he's taken care of, I'm climbing for that inside shoulder. And so he wants to get right up into 45's kitchen. And there's that, and he's just going to basically put the running back on his back on that play. So that was really nice, you know. Comes off the combo and gets right into level 2. And you see Mike Davis going right up his alley. So that's what we want to see. So that, I think you could really see the leverage creation, getting on the play shoulder side, and a little bit more aggressiveness, and showing that finish skill that he should be able to do. So now we're going to look at a series of power rights to look at his down blocking. And I think this is important. We know the Ravens are going to run a lot of these concepts. This is their typical power football. So you're going to get from Cleveland, he's going to down block here. And I think we've looked at this 100 times since we've been doing these, but down blocks from the right side of the line, and then a pull from Tyree Phillips in behind. So let's watch Cleveland specifically here. And this is just really impressive. So this is man blocking football. This is the play. You're going to see the flag right there, 2 flags. So Isaiah likely had a hold on this play. But we can really look at Cleveland and what he did. So this is what I want to see from Cleveland on these. So his man's going to be the one tech right here. And his job is, on this one, he's perfectly aligned for it. He's just going to bang down and take him out of the play. It's really that simple. If all of these guys down block their man, if they take care here and here, and then the puller's clearing out that lane. That's really simple power football. You see how quick he comes out of his stance. Let's go a little bit slower, actually. So you're going to see how quick he's out, and he just literally erases him. He pushes him right into Jawan James. So, I mean, you can't ask for much more from Cleveland there. So I really like this play from him. Here, let's get in. My video's kind of choppy, but you can see it right there. He just erases them. So really good work there. Next play we're going to look at is the exact same, but he has a 2-eye technique in front of him. So his man's going to be this guy. Sorry, that's a line. He's going to be that guy. Same deal. Really good cut by Tyler Beatty there. But you can kind of see it. The same idea. He's quick out of his stance, squares him up, and see how he turns him. And so that's what I was talking about in my intro. What's the theme? It's leverage creation, and it's more aggressiveness. So we're going to go a little bit slower here. And what do we need to focus on? Right there, you can kind of see. So I want you to see, he's going to basically hook him here and push him that way. See, right there. And then that outside hand, his right hand is right there. And that's how he turns him. And then he's just going to push him that way. So, and finishes him, of course. So this looks a little bit different than the last play, but you got to remember the one tech was right here. This guy's a little bit more head up on him, so he's a 2-eye technique because he's got his inside foot inside the crotch. That's what a 2-eye is. One tech would be aligned right here, more in the middle. So he's only slightly over, but Cleveland still has to deal better leverage with that, and he does it. And then gotta love this finish. Look at him, puts him right into the ground. Beatty runs right behind him. So we're gonna see the same concept here. This one was again another. He's got, I would say this is another 2-eye technique, same idea. Down blocks from the right side of the line. Tyree Phillips pulling in behind. Let's watch it. And not a lot. Like, he just does enough. He does exactly what he's supposed to. And I want everyone to look at this right hand. So this one right here. It's going to land in the lower back of 92. And that was a very, very savvy right there. And all that does is that's never going to get called. And it just kind of secures it. See how he kind of loses a little bit of leverage there, but he's got him locked in. And, the play kind of the play falls apart behind because Falele misses his man. If you watch Falele, 93 just beats him. He's not able to overtake that leverage. And that's really a bit of a theme here tonight. So that's a tough block. He's going to work that tray block, but he's got to get that inside hand. You can see it miss. Literally right here, if we look at Falele, it's up over his helmet. That inside hand needs to be down here in the shoulder pit area to overtake that leverage, and that's exactly how he loses it right there. So he's completely lost leverage. 93 fills the gap. If Tyree kicks out there, if 93 is being washed, he probably, just imagine if 93 is washed. He's got a little bit of a gap here. We're looking at, against 22 and 38 in the second, third level. So that's what happens there. We'll get into this next one. I believe we have another down block situation. He's in at left guard here. Let's run it through. Oh no, this is inside zone. Okay, so this was another one I really wanted to focus on. Just get down so I'm at the right. Split zone here. You'll see 38 Ben Mason cut across the formation. So they're aiming this kind of up here, and Cleveland really just needs to work that outside shoulder because he's kind of a lead blocker on this one, and he loses a little bit there, and then he overtakes it and starts steering him. And so really what he did here, and that's just really nice work to eliminate his guy. But let's take a look at when he loses a little bit of leverage. So again, he wants to kind of overtake this shoulder. So he's going to get out, and he does just that. His helmet's across. His helmet's on this side is exactly where you want it. As he loses it right there, he's got his inside mitts. These are perfectly clamped in on the chest plate, and he's just going to steer him. And that's exactly what he does. He returns him, opens that lane, and look it. That's exactly what you want. This is what we want to see from Ben Cleveland, opening gaps like that for big gains. So really nice work there. Next one is going to be the zone stretch we've looked at before, or maybe not. Let's let it through. Make sure I got the right notes. No, it's going to be a pull. Just wanted to show this because he did have, we're going to look at a couple ugly pulls, but I want to tell a comprehensive story. And this one was really good, so it's going to be power left. Likely he's going to motion across. So again, you got your down blocks from the left side of the line. Cleveland's pulling. Likely misses his man on this. Likely should be probably looking at this guy. Cleveland looking up at the linebacker here. Watch Likely. Literally runs past everybody. His eyes should be outwards here because there's a man there. And Cleveland's going for this outside shoulder because Hill's taking it right up there. And so Cleveland does his job, and that's your gap. That's your daylight, but Likely doesn't block anybody, and he just keeps going that way. So 33 was coming across, but if Likely takes care of his man, Justice Hill has a little bit more, he doesn't have to deal with two hits there. He spins out of that. Maybe he's doing a little bit more there. We're going to see split zone here. He's back at right guard. outside zone. This one we looked at in the likely video too a couple weeks ago. This one, I believe this is an RPO because they leave this man naked here, and you can kind of see Huntley look to his right. So I'm pretty sure this is an RPO. But really good work by Cleveland there. I think the idea is to leave him empty, and then either there's a pass here, kind of an inward slant, or it's pushing outside and it's more of like a zone stretch. And so when we looked at the likely video, likely should not be banging down this way. Everybody else is taking a zone step left except for likely. He should have been going this way, and that's his man out there. And then Hill would be stretching this outside to likely, but nobody blocks this guy. And that should have been Likely's man. So that's what I think happened there. But to get back to Ben Cleveland, we're dealing with a zero shade here, and Cleveland overtakes that shoulder. Just really good athleticism. You see right there. Just really good work. Clear this quick. You guys might see this on my screen. I just literally need to do the athleticism, what you want to see from him on zone. Now we're going to take a look at a couple of things that I think he could have done better. Again, we're looking at where we need to see better leverage. This one's going to be a power right. He's the puller, and you see him arrive at the wrong shoulder. On these power plays, I want to see him take this shoulder and push him out that way so that it can be cut inside, especially when the linebacker is coming up meeting you in the gap. So just needs to be better on these. Linebacker wants to push him inside. He needs to get into this shoulder and push him that way. So just something I think he could do better is I didn't love all of his pulls. I showed a good pull because I want to be complete with the story, but thought he could have done better there. We're going to see the same thing on this one. Almost the exact same issue. His man almost makes it through. But again, that edge player is coming downhill. Right here is who his man is, and we just want to get on that inside shoulder, aim here, and erase him. So this is kind of a kick-out block on this one. And so he's got his head on the wrong side. His head's on this side, should be on this side, pushing him out of the way. But nonetheless, still looked a lot better in the run game. On this one, we are looking at same thing. It's going to be a pull, and what I'd like to see him better is he goes for the shoulder check here. You can kind of see him right there, brace his shoulder. He's dropping his shoulder and he's not getting his hands on. And I mean, there was a bit of a gap here. Ben Mason doesn't get the best kick out block, but I think we'd like to see him again leverage, just run through that shoulder. And the reason you got to get your hands on is he kind of comes out the back. He's not really being blocked here, so the play kind of ended. It probably wasn't a big deal, but I want to see him get his hands on guys. Saw it a little bit last year where he was having that kind of issue where he would just shoulder check rather than getting his hands and driving a guy, so just needs to do better there. Let's get into some pass plays now. And this is his case. If you guys want to know what's his case to start, it's his pass protection, and you're just going to see some masterclass pass pro here. He's going to take this guy in a drop set. Good outside hands, good anchor. He's going to bring that outside hook. Let's pause it at it. See, he kind of throws like this, like a hook. Looked like he's throwing a hook in boxing. Watch his outside hand, his right hand. Boom, hook. And he's got him in tight. So he hooked him on the outside. Nope, sorry, wrong guy. Hooked him on the outside, and then he brought this inside. Ultimate leverage. Look at that body posture. That's a power position. Just sits anchor. No problem at all. The only reason his man gets anything going is because he runs outside. On this one, we are going to see... I think this is where he just redirects and re-squares him, eh? Like, this is just... Yeah. Like, his defender has no juice. So he's just playing kind of the mirror game here. Being patient. His guy's going to try and come back. So you guys remember when I talked about Ben Powers last week, this is where he would struggle. You know, when he'd get kind of tossed and back like this, he would always struggle with his body posture. But look at Cleveland. He's still got that stiff back. I would like to see his pad level a little lower. He's a little tight, and his hips here, he's a little high. But he's in such a power position that when he re-engages, like, he's just so big and girthy that he can't get around him. So, you can tell he has a lot better upper body strength, a lot better core strength. Pretty much that. This is the screenplay. This is one of his favorite plays that I saw. So on this screenplay, basically you're going to get the left tackle and the left guard. They're going to let their guys go, and they're both going to pull out here, and they're the lead blockers. So watch Cleveland. He's got to let his guy go. His guy reads it. His guy reads that play. There's Beatty leaking out, and he could have broken this up. And Cleveland sees it. Look at Cleveland's eyes. Cleveland's eyes is looking right back at him going, I don't think so. And as he comes back, takes him out. And that, I don't know if he makes a play on Beatty, but that's just good awareness. Really good, paying attention. I love that play from him. It was probably one of his favorite plays in the preseason that I saw. Just good awareness. On this one, you're going to see a line game between, you're going to see the penetrator here from the 6-eye and then a loop from the Mike. And they're trying to trip up Cleveland here because Tyree Phillips has to get out to this guy. So he's doing a vert set to the wide. And so he's going to basically try and cross face and get Cleveland to commit to him. And then they're going to loop 50, hopefully through his gap. But watch how he picks this up. So there goes the penetrator. And you can see Cleveland pass him off and then pick him up. And that is just really nice pass protection right there. He's passed off to Cologne. He says, that's your man. I'm going to eliminate this guy, and picks him up. Really nice work there. That's one of his greatest assets was his awareness in pass pro, and you can really see it there. This one I just want to show what a stout anchor he has. This is against a more physical, bigger one-tech, so this is more of your traditional nose tackle, and he just gets under, lifts him up, sits in. That guy's not taking him anywhere. Just good anchor there. And then on the last play, we're going to see they're going to run basically a half slide to the left. And again, you're going to see a little bit of work from, sorry, my toolbar is in the way, but you're going to see a little bit of work from 38 here, who's the DB. Watch him as he comes in. So there's that half slide. So they got the whole line going this way. I'm wondering if they expected him to come. 38's going to step up. Cleveland again, passes him off. Cologne, that's your man. I got to take care of business here. And boom. And literally, you can't see him fall. Well, you might be able to. Watch him. Boom. That's just hitting a brick wall. And 38 basically falls into Falele. So really good work there. So I've been very impressed with his pass protection. So let's wrap it up now.
All right, so there you have it. So, you can see the noticeable improvement in his run blocking. I think it's pretty clear. Is it where we need to be? No, I think, we could see comparing like for like after we looked at the Ben Powers video. Ben Powers is probably the better run blocker, but Ben Cleveland is far, far better as a pass protector. Specifically the way he processes, the way he picks things up. I think that would be very important given, we're going to have a little bit of movement at left tackle. Even if James starts the year and Stanley comes back, having a consistent pass protector there would be very beneficial. And so I guess the question is, Ben Powers versus Ben Cleveland, possibly Patrick McCary. Who starts at left guard? What's my opinion? I lean pass protection, and that's because my priority this year is protecting Lamar Jackson. So I would probably lean Ben Cleveland. Why isn't Ben Cleveland the starter right now? I think he really shot himself in the foot by not being healthy for the third preseason game. He wasn't healthy. He started camp late because he couldn't pass the conditioning test. A lot of those little things that, earns coaches' trust aren't being checked. They say you can't make the club from the tub. In this case, he made the club, but you can't start for the club from the tub. So that's been an issue with, it was an issue with Tyree Phillips in 2020, 2021. He gets hurt as starting week one at offensive guard, and now you're going to see Ben Cleveland maybe being punished for it. But I think I'd lean Ben Cleveland, leaning on the pass protection and seeing that noticeable improvement in the run game, a little bit more aggressiveness. So I need to know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below. Let me know who you want to see start. Hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.